Alright, Shalom Lakim. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Akab, Kadash. That belongs to the apostles and others of great millstone. Peace and salutation to Allah, King of God, doing the work. In sincerity, and charity with humiliation all across the four winds. To you, I salute. It's the brother Yahshua Wamba from GMS Bahamas Camp. Back at you with a brief tutorial or informative video. This is not medical advice, disclaimer purposes, but I want to give a little backdrop on some sea moss, Irish moss, and the preparations of it, right? But I'm gonna first kick it off with a precept. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 38, starting at verse 2. It says, "For of the Most High cometh healing, and he shall receive honor of the king. The skill of the physician shall lift up his head, and in the sight of great men he shall be in admiration. Yahweh created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them." And abhor means to turn your back on it. If you were wise, you would not turn your back on the herbs, right? And this particular herb, Irish moss or sea moss, as is more commonly known, it's full of essential vitamins needed for the body. Vitamin A, what's good for the vision. Vitamin C, what's good for collagen. And collagen is like a glue, what helps in the repairing of your body cells. Vitamin K, is another essential vitamin. It's jam-packed full of things for testosterone booster. It boosts your virality. It boosts your libido. You see, it has the majority of the minerals that your body needs to, for its day-to-day operation. And this particular one, what I have here, this is the red one, right? Sea moss by Seaweed Kings, right? But you want to get the organic one, right? And the thing about the organic one is, right, it's better to use, but the thing about it is you have to rinse it a lot. When I say a lot, I mean you're gonna have to rinse the shit out of it, because it's not gonna be super salty, but it's gonna have a lot of little critters in it, like little krill and little shrimp and all type of little microorganisms, from the sea, because they pull it from the sea, dry it out, and just pack it in the bag. So you're gonna have to really rinse it out properly to get all that out of there. Let me see if I can find a dry piece right here. Like, if the camera focus on it, right? Like this how it looks when it's fully dried, right? Like this piece right here. If you look inside, let me hold that light now. Like this piece right here, that's a little piece of shrimp or krill or something like that. But you have to rinse it out. But that's the price you have to pay for when you get into the real organic stuff. Now, after you rinse it, it looks sort of like this. It absorbs some of the water, right? But it looks like this, when you rinse all that stuff off. It's going to have like an ocean scent it. You ain't going to fully get that off, but you can get majority of it off. This is how it looks when it's fully rinsed. Now, you rinse that, right? You got to soak it inside some lukewarm water for about 24 hours, right? And good water too, or distilled water. And after you soak it, you blend it into a puree, and then you take 1 spoonful of it every day or twice a day or however you see fit. Now, what I like to do, right, instead of just soaking it inside water by itself, I soak it inside a tea. So here I have a tea made with distilled water, with good water, we used to call it. I have some hibiscus inside here. That's good for the blood. I have some mullein inside here. Mullein is very good for your lungs and, the cleansing of your lungs. And I have some milk thistle inside here. Milk thistle is good for the cleansing of the liver, right? I also put some burdock root inside there. That's a testosterone booster too, and also good for blood circulation, right? So after I brew this tea, right, I would then take this, and then I would pour it in my jar. I like to use a glass jar, along with the Irish moss, right? And now all the nutrients from the tea would be absorbed in the Irish moss. So now my Irish moss with jam pack full of my vitamins and minerals also now has the properties of the teas. So it's more or less like you get a superfood turned ultra food in a way, right? So, these are the things what we have to do inside the society now, because a lot of our food lack the nutrients, the necessary nutrients that we need. Esau, they did what they did. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. So if the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, basically everything in the world is wicked. But we have to do what we could do, and trusting in the name of Yahweh Shem Shai, to get what we need from the earth, right? And all these things go with prayer, you see? So, yeah, man. So just another rundown. After you rinse your Irish moss, you put it inside the jar. You can use regular water, you can use a tea. You soak that inside there. The next day, you blend it. And then you put it inside another jar for storage. You could add, if you want a bit of sweetness to it, you could use fenugreek. Fenugreek is like it gives it like a natural sweet taste, even though it's not actually sweet. But fenugreek gives it like a mapley kind of essence to it. That's another herb, right? And fenugreek is very good, for pregnant women, for lactation and such. It's also very good for us with blood circulation, among other things. It helps with body odor as well. But again, if you want to sweeten it, I wouldn't recommend sweetening it. Just take it as it is. Bitter herbs, right? Bitter herbs better for the blood, but it's not going to be bitter. But if you were to sweeten it, I'd suggest using agave nectar, right? Or fresh fruit. Like if you got some strawberries or frozen mangoes or blueberries, you could blend that into the puree to give it a form of sweetness or fruit taste to it, right? So after you blend that, you take 1 spoonful a day or twice a day or however you see fit, you'll find yourself feeling a lot better. You'll see your energy start to boost up. When you couple that with some shilajit, shilajit is bitter, but you don't have to. And then you couple that again with something called liquid chlorophyll. This is another powerful substance. You can do your research on that. It's very good for, it helps with the bowel movements, among other things, right? But yeah, that's just a quick health tip when it comes to the use of Irish moss or sea moss, you see? But I want to give all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Akar Kadash, Wa Bad Shalom.